Hello and welcome to our brand new show, The Peninsula, an in-depth look at the news from the south and how this part of India is reacting to events taking place elsewhere. This week saw the Aam Aadmi Party making an impressive debut in the Delhi Assembly elections, with many takers for the political idiom and grammar they have introduced. Over the next half hour, we will examine the enthusiasm for the Aam Aadmi Party in the south of the Vindhyas and ask members of the civil society here whether there is any political space they see for a southern edition of Arvind Kejriwal's outfit. Our first stop is Hyderabad. Excited after watching the spectacular debut made by Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi on December 8th, entrepreneur Amit Prasad logged in on the AAP website and registered himself as a member. Arvind Kejriwal, he says, has redefined a politician's relationship with the voter.
I lived in one constituency from 1979 to 1991 and in a second constituency from 1991 to 2013. In all these years, to my living memory, I have never ever met my local MLA. So who's he? What does he do? Does he even have me on his radar? There's absolutely no trace there. So if somebody is coming and saying, okay, I have a locality-wise plan for you. For this constituency, I'll have a manifesto. These are the things that I will do. If he doesn't do it, okay, fine, after 5 years, we'll throw them out. But 60, 70 years, we have been electing people who don't do anything. So we might as well elect someone who's saying that he will do these. 2-3 years to do, and he was lucky.
Prasad now wants to help AAP frame similar manifestos in Hyderabad, if the party wants to make a debut in the assembly elections in Andra Pradesh in April 2014. Aam Aadmi Party members Rajeshwari Iyer and Sharat Chauhan say many people are now expressing interest in being associated with AAP in Hyderabad.
Connect about and talk about Aam Aadmi Party. Many people, means I say around 50 to 60 people used to ask, what is Aam Aadmi Party? And when we say it's Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal has made it. Then some people used to ask, who is Arvind Kejriwal? And then we have to say the Anna Hazare movement, you remember, and he was the main person. Now, after 8 December, no need to tell this. People recognize us. They know Aam Aadmi Party, they know Arvind Kejriwal. That is the one thing has been changed after this 8 December.
But there are many who are not so sure about Kejriwal making a splash in Hyderabad.
So painful for all of us that
Jai Prakash Narayan's Lok Satta party, that in many senses shares the same DNA as the Aam Aadmi Party. But despite transforming from an NGO to a political party in 2006, Lok Satta has only one MLA to show as its electoral achievement. Narayan agrees that Kejriwal scores over him in adopting a more strident tone that has worked for AAP in Delhi.
how do we become more aggressive without being vulgar? We certainly have to be much more aggressive. For instance, several of Lok Satta workers were attacked over the years. One chap called Viresh, even 5 years ago, he was arrested merely because he sought information under the Right to Information Act on some corruption. He was arrested, prosecuted. We suffered it in silence. And we did everything by the book, went to courts. Finally, after a great deal of effort, we could protect our cadres. Aam Aadmi probably would go and tom-tom everything and then mobilize public opinion. Maybe that style is necessary, because we have to make people your allies. You can't simply fight this alone.
Many, including members of the AAP in Delhi, have suggested that Lok Satta and AAP need to get into a political relationship. But will it work? Because there are fundamental differences in the approach of both parties to a particular issue. And Lok Satta frowns upon what it calls its AAP's populist agenda. Then there is the question of whether Arvind Kejriwal's brand equity can be exploited across the country.
It has to invent new leaders in different parts of the country. It can't go ahead with Arvind Kejriwal's image in Chennai or Bangalore or Hyderabad. It should actually, Aam Aadmi Party, if it can invent the local leaders who represent a similar perception, similar aspiration, I think they can make a mark.
AAP so far claims to have 10,000 volunteers in Andhra Pradesh, 30% of them in Hyderabad.
We are all Arvind Kejriwals as far as Hyderabad is concerned. We will fight the way we want to fight here. Our manifesto will change from Delhi. We will definitely have the local issues in mind and then work accordingly.
Another concern is whether Hyderabad, being in the midst of bifurcation turmoil, will give any political space to an Aam Aadmi Party.
They need to understand that you need to put corruption as a priority in the electoral politics of a place. For example, in our state, I don't think that is an electoral priority today. The electoral priority in both the regions of the state is the regionalizing or the bifurcation. So it may also be a bad bet for even Aam Aadmi Party to look at Andra Pradesh as a stepping stone in the next few years.
While AAP managed to effectively occupy the opposition space in Delhi in the last 1 year, in other cities in India, Kejriwal may end up competing with Narendra Modi, since both are appealing to the same urban, educated middle class.
The message may be the same from both of them, but they represent completely different entities. Their DNAs are different, and who you choose depends upon what you want.
It is this positive, good vibe that Aam Aadmi Party needs to tap into across urban centres in India to begin with. The belief is that the core business model that has been created in Delhi in terms of selection of candidates and tailor-made manifestos needs to be replicated once it is tweaked to suit local factors.